Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about number 22, Colorado, beating Nebraska 36 to 14. A very slow first half from Colorado through first quarter, most of the second quarter, really, until like the final 4 minutes where they got a field goal after a fumble by Nebraska by Jeff Sims, who had a really rough game. It was 3-0, but then he threw an interception, which set up Colorado with some more good field position. A terrible throw. Then the throw from Sanders, I forgot who to, but that was a touchdown. That was a touchdown to make it 10-0, and then Colorado got 3 more points going into to halftime to make it 13-0. So Colorado was really starting to run away with this game at that point. Even with 13-7, I'm like, when Jeff Sims got that big rushing touchdown, I'm like, I still think it's going to be a blowout, and it still turned out to be a blowout. Just too many mistakes from Nebraska. The first few weeks, just too many turnovers from Nebraska. This game they had 3 fumbles lost, 1 interception, 4 total turnovers. It's just, the only thing they did good was run the football. That's the one thing they did good. Colorado did struggle to stop the run. Other than that, the only thing Nebraska really did was run the football a lot. But just so many mistakes, I thought, from Nebraska. It was really 36-7 until they scored with like 1 second left. Just a pretty embarrassing performance, I thought, from Nebraska. They've turned the ball over as a team like 7 times in 2 weeks, and Jeff Sims has 6 of those. He fumbled it twice on the snap. I don't know how you do that 2 times on a snap. He threw the interception. 3 total turnovers from Jeff Sims. But Colorado, another impressive performance. They're not a 1 week. They're not a fluke. People might have thought it was that first week was a fluke. I don't think it's a fluke. Colorado and that Coach Prime's legit. Shredder, how do you say his first name? Shredder Sanders. 31 of 42, 393 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 1 rushing touchdown, 6 total touchdowns, or 6 passing touchdowns in 2 weeks, no interceptions yet. Also the rushing touchdown. Dylan Edwards, 9 runs, 55 yards, nearly 7 a carry. Xavier Weaver, he had a great performance last week, the transfer. And another great performance, 10 receptions, 170 yards, 1 touchdown. Another great performance from Xavier Weaver. Travis Hunter, 3 catches, 73 yards. Jimmy Horn Jr., 8 catches, 64 yards. Tarvanish Dawson Jr., 3 catches, 41 yards, a touchdown, also rushing touchdown, 2 total touchdowns for him. Just Colorado's offense is so good. I mean, they need to run the football more, because they really destroyed Nebraska running the ball when they did. Dylan Edwards is so good. But, he gets all the receivers involved. Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn, Xavier Weaver, they just have such a good offense. Man, their offense is legit. And this defense is legit, too. I know Jeff Sims fumbled 2 times, the interception, but that. But, yeah, that's just good defense on the interception. The other 2 were just on Jeff Sims not being able to handle a football. But the defense for Colorado is really good just all game long. And they eventually turned it up in the second half, after really sleepwalking through most of the game. But Colorado's legit. Just Nebraska needs to get better. They need to get a better quarterback than Jeff Sims. I remember him at Georgia Tech. He was terrible, and he's terrible now. But Sanders has passed for 901 yards, and he has 7 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in his 2 games so far this year. Almost 1K yards in 2 games is insane. He's going to be a first rounder. He's so accurate. He made the blitz adjustments by halftime, and he's so accurate when on the run. He almost has 1K yards in 2 games. It's just crazy, man, how good Sanders is. Shredder Sanders. Yeah, man, just Colorado with such a massive turnaround so quickly, and Deion Sanders team's now 2-0, and they're not slowing down. And I know, storm the field in Nebraska. Look, they won one game last year. Because those students are having a great time right now, and Colorado's actually now a good team. And I know it's Nebraska. I think Manny, I thought he would eventually succeed as a sleeper team going into the year. But I didn't think it would be a turnaround like this quickly. Just 2 weeks into the year. And they already have more wins than last year. And TCU was a good win. Oregon 2 week. They play Oregon though in 2 weeks. Colorado State's kind of just an easy game. But we'll see how good they are when they face Oregon and USC back to back. I think they'll compete good with them. Yeah, they're loving the Deion Sanders era. Must see TV, but yeah. It's really all to say for this video. So until next time, out a lot. Peace.